Welcome to the Retreat Leaders Podcast, the show for visionary coaches, healers, wellness pros, and small business owners who aren't just here to host another feel-good getaway, but to build a profitable, impactful retreat business. I'm your host, Shannon Jamel, retreat strategist, business mentor, and owner of a 46-acre retreat center. I've hosted over 100 retreats around the world, and I've made every mistake so you don't have to. Each week, we'll dive into the mindset, marketing, money, business, and mechanics behind sold-out, profitable retreats. Plus, hear from expert guests who are walking the talk. Whether you're planning your first retreat or scaling your 100th, you're in the right place. Welcome to the show. Hey guys, welcome back to the Retreat Leaders Podcast. It's Shannon. Today's guests, we have two. One you guys know already. It's my husband, Nathan, but today's other guest is someone who didn't just sell a dream. She built one from the ground up, literally in the sand. Leanne Peters has been the driving force behind Cinnamon Shore, a luxury new Urbanist beach community on the Texas coast since its very first day in 2007. And I mean that. She left a thriving real estate career in Atlanta, moved to Texas in the middle of the Great Recession, and bet everything on a vision that most people truly would have walked away from. Fast forward to today. Cinnamon Shore is a 700-plus residences strong, has been voted one of the top 10 beach towns in the United States by Southern Living, and it's still growing. Leanne isn't just a real estate powerhouse. She's a community builder, a legacy creator, and honestly kind of a badass. I have a personal connection to Cinnamon Shore. If you know me at all, you know I've talked about Cinnamon Shore
I think personal connection
a lot.
A little bit loose.
I've been renting there personally for 6 years, and then last October, I hosted a retreat in Cinnamon Shore, and was kind of an experiment, to be honest. I really wasn't sure how many people would go, yes, let me go to a beach retreat in Texas. Not only did it sell out, I oversold it and had to rent a second home. So yes, I'm a fan, and I'm thrilled to bring Leanne on the show today to talk about what makes this place so special for retreat leaders. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I am so excited. I kind of talked about who you are and what you do, and it's so impressive. But do you want to just give us the day-to-day of who you are and what that does for Cinnamon Shore and all the kind of good stuff?
Well, it's the team of people that I work with, my daughter and our sales agents and our marketing. Now we have a big marketing team. We have a huge rental company, and a great developer. So all of that combined, and we always believed Cinnamon Shore would make it because Texans were driving to 30A in Florida to experience what we have now on the Texas coast.
Yeah.
So it was hard, but it was easy because we just had to build the right thing, and we attracted the right owners with the same mindset.
Yeah. It was probably easy in concept and just hard to execute just because it is what it is. You're building something enormous.
It's a big sandbox.
Yes, a giant one. And I'm glad you said 30A because that is where I used to host my retreats before.
And she literally just described you.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. She did.
That used to be her happy place. She
yep.
said you do retreats there. Let's be clear. She would go 3 or 4 times a year.
Yes, I did. I would go personally, and then I would host retreats there, and then I'd find some other excuse of why I had to be there. And I loved 30A, but I don't remember, to be honest with you, Leanne. I was trying to think, how did I find out about Cinnamon Shore? And I think whoever was doing your marketing at the time just did a really good job of identifying who had 30A in their feed, and somehow Cinnamon Shore popped up on my feed, my Instagram feed, and I was like, the shit is this? What is this place? And I just booked a place for me and my husband to go stay there to check it out. And I never looked back. Like, y'all did an amazing job with marketing, but you truly did an amazing job building out the community. So tell me just like, for anybody who's listening and is like, I don't know what 30A is, let alone Cinnamon Shore, tell us what it is in concept.
Hey, just for clarity, y'all, I just realized that it's shore, not shores.
I did too when she sent me her info.
I'm like, I thought it was shores.
Did too.
But it makes sense. There's only one shore.
Right. Thank you.
No. I mean,
we will correct that from now on because I've been telling everyone for years.
Cinnamon Shores.
And that's a great story you told too, because one of our owners back in the very early days, I think 2008, they had already booked a home at Rosemary Beach.
Yep.
In Florida, the 30A Panhandle, that's what we're talking about, the Destin area.
Yeah.
So it's where Watercolor, Seaside, Rosemary Beach,
Yep.
Alice Beach, all those
Beautiful beaches.
beautiful communities that we had the privilege of looking at and modeling after, but picking and choosing what worked or, what we wanted to model. But one of our families that had put a home under contract, and we had only had a few homes at that time, they sent me a message and said, we have made our last trip to 30A and cannot wait to be at Cinnamon Shore.
Yeah.
And that was such a testimony.
Yeah.
And so I think from there, Texans, we did do great marketing, and Texans love to be in Texas.
Absolutely.
And it's drivable. It's not that far to, really to get there with your family, not like getting on a plane or driving 16 hours.
Yeah, it is. The location is absolutely superb. And for just a business person, a female who books things for her family, whatever you want to call it, I feel like, and I'm not just saying this, Cinnamon Shore is better than 30A in so many ways. And it's not just the drivability, it's the community that you guys have built. It really is a community. 30A has its pockets, and I'm sure within each pocket it probably has a community feel to a certain degree. But even as a tourist going to 30A versus a tourist coming to Cinnamon Shore, I feel the community the entire time that I'm in Cinnamon Shore, versus 30A still feels very like you're just a tourist visiting the area. Does that make sense?
That's what our owners and guests say, and I reference the heart of the community. I think our team, our staff, as well as everyone that's involved, just has that heart for welcoming and building the community. It wasn't about selling as much as let's build this community. Let's welcome everybody and love on them.
Yeah, they literally, every time I have communication with them, they're like, we're so excited to have you back, Shannon. When I come in, they're like, oh, it just feels like I'm going back home.
Well, we care. I think that's what you feel is like we really care about our owners and guests and their families.
Yeah.
And we get to know you.
Yeah.
So it's relational.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of the highlights that I like, as we'll shift a little bit to like the retreat side. Some of the highlights that I love from a retreat perspective, the community obviously still is number one. You just feel good. Every step of the property feels good. It's aesthetically gorgeous. All the stuff will be linked in the show notes, the website and their Instagram and everything. So please check it out. But also, like, everywhere you go, they have stores on site. They have their own restaurants on
Restaurants
site.
are awesome.
Every restaurant is
Awesome.
delicious.
I mean,
and the service,
even the pizza joint is like spectacular pizza.
Yeah.
But the fine dining, now they got the new restaurant that just opened up. We went there last time.
Stouts.
Stouts.
Spectacular. I love the original restaurant.
Lisa Bella's.
Yeah, Lisa Bella's is so awesome. Obviously, I don't do names very well, but it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
And
the wine bar.
the wine bar is awesome.
The wine bar's there. I mean, and they're opening. You guys are opening more and more. I feel like every time we go back, which by the way, we go several times a year. There's like, oh yay, there's something else.
The expense column that's happened in my personal budget.
But can't you write that off?
We do write it off, and I will tell you, I'm a frugal person.
Cheap.
I prefer frugal, but I try to explain to people, I love Port A. It's a beautiful place, but Port A and Cinnamon Shores is completely different. It's a whole different environment, and it's funny because, again, being the frugal person, my heart says, let's go rent over here where it's less expensive, and then I will tell you it's not even close. It's if anybody ever gets a chance to go to Port A, you got to go to Cinnamon Shores. Like, for someone who doesn't, I don't buy Starbucks coffee. I don't buy expensive coffee. But I'll tell you, Cinnamon Shores is
For me.
such a. I mean, just the whole thing
the
from
lifestyle.
the environment,
You're
lifestyle.
describing the lifestyle.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and even taking the girls spring break, letting the girls it's because the community's so awesome. They go ride their bikes around, and I know we're talking about retreats, and so I'm talking about the kids, but it's such a great place. It's
Well,
such
even
a
as the
beautiful
women
place.
that come, you feel very safe.
You feel
Yeah.
safe.
You feel incredibly
point.
safe and upheld by the community. And I don't even know that it's always that much more expensive than anywhere else in Port A, but you really are getting so much more out of your rental regardless. Like, I mean, the pools, you don't laugh, but the pool, you wouldn't laugh when you see them. These
gorgeous.
pools are like something out of a magazine, legit. They're
And
stunning.
they're heated.
They're heated. Yes, thank
For
you.
winter.
Yeah, they're heated. Several of them have food or beverage service at the pools. They even have an adult-only pool, which is why I rent for my retreat. I rent on the side that's closest to the adult-only pool. And so it's like you're getting that. They've got sport courts, fitness center, and the classes that are just offered, let alone what I include in my retreat. But just if you're a tourist or a guest, I mean, there's so much there. The parks, the fire pits, the lakes, the fishing. I'm telling you, you think of summer, it's got everything. The beach, the lakes, the fishing, the
chairs.
surfing, the chair service, the fire pit on the beach or fire pit in the community, live music on the weekends or in the summer. It's almost every night. Movies. I could go on and on. I'm serious. That there's so much
It feels
more.
very
You don't really
elevated.
have to get back in your car.
Yeah.
You can walk or ride your bike or
Yeah.
get on the golf cart. And that was purposeful too.
Yep.
And we just opened, probably since you were there, our market. So if you can get enough stuff to cook a meal at home, or if you run out of milk and eggs or whatever, you
That's
can
awesome.
now get that on site, homemade sourdough bread. And
That's awesome because HEB delivery was no joke. It's an option, by the way, which is still very valuable if you're running a business there, or even if you just are wanting to have groceries delivered.
Or you take 75 kids.
Or but if you're like even on my retreat, there were times where I'm like, I don't want to have HEB deliver 2 things of milk. So that's such great news that you have that. But going back to the retreat part of it, the reason why I love it for a retreat, and I mentioned in the introduction that it really was a test. And truly, Leanne, being very, very upfront, it was like, I love it, and I know anybody who goes loves it. But if you're just searching online for a beach retreat, your first thought is not going to be a Texas beach, typically. And so let me tell you, I was shocked that, pleasantly so, obviously, that I sold it out, oversold it, but also that only a fourth of the guests were from Texas, and not one of them had heard of Cinnamon Shore. Not one. Every single lady that came on my retreat had never been to or heard of Cinnamon Shore, and I just was blown away that they're like, well, let's go. Let's just try this out. And I do think that speaks to, yes, maybe me as a host, but really the aesthetic. I was able to display in my sales page and all my information the aesthetic of the beach. It just is so inviting. The location, the community, and then the offerings. I was able to offer horseback riding on the beach through the group out of Corpus Christi. We were able to do surf lessons. We were able to do paddleboard yoga in the pool in the community. We were able to do sandcastle building lessons. We were able to do, wine tasting. Like there was so much in the community. And then free time, they were able to go down to the pool. They were able to hang out on the beach. They were able to go play pickleball. They were able to go to the gym. You know what I mean? Like there was so much there that you just cannot get at any other location if you're hosting a retreat.
it's a great place for a retreat.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I noticed that you guys did kind of your ladies thing. So tell us about that and how that went.
That was our first attempt at doing that as well. And Jody really pulled that together. I think we ended up with 96 women, and and this was just for our owners.
Yeah.
So the owners let their girlfriends stay at their homes, which worked out great. And then we had the events planned.
Yeah.
You could participate or not. We had mahjong tables going on inside of Stouts, and dinners planned, and pickleball. So different things that were going on, or just a walk on the beach.
Community.
And we actually had a home tour going on at the time too. So the ladies got to, if they wanted to, walk through some of our amazing homes.
Yeah.
Shannon, I try not to let Shannon know about the home tours.
I've already told her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The other thing that I thought was great as far as reciprocal, because we're talking about business here, I brought these women from all over, and now I know of at least 2 have now booked their family vacation at Cinnamon Shore because they had never been there before, and they were so excited to be like, this is where I could bring my family. Yeah, I just love that. Also, what I love is that there's multiple setups. In other words, if you think you're going to have people, 13, 15 guests, they have houses for that.
Yes.
If you think you're going to just have 6 or 8, there's houses for that. And these are luxury homes, but without the luxury resort price tag, in my opinion. And if you book shoulder season, even better for everybody, right? It's better for the homeowners. They're getting bookings on the shoulder season or even off season. And then it's a cheaper price for trying to make your margins as a business owner on your retreats. So it's like a win-win where you have such a variety of choices. This time I mentioned I sold out my house, so I rented a second home that was right like 2 steps away from the first home, which was nice. And so I ended up having like my staff in one home and then just one staff member in the main house. And it was incredible. So like there's so much variety in logistics wise that makes it really, really appealing. And there's no home that's a bad home.
Yeah.
At least in my
Right.
opinion. And we have rented a lot of different houses.
I hear
Yeah, I
you.
would say the homes there are gorgeous. I mean, the finish
you.
out.
They are.
And so many homes have. I went and looked at a new one recently, and it had these amazing. Now, when I say bunk rooms, I don't mean your normal bunk bed in a room. I mean, it had 2 bunk rooms, and they were gorgeous. Like they're built into the walls, and they're lugged. Like these houses, whether they're 3-bedroom or 8-bed, they're all beautiful custom homes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They really are. We can, like you said, we can sleep anywhere from 2 to 4 up to 25
Yeah.
in one residence, depending on size.
Yeah.
Or we have the cottages, like 7 to 9 cottages that are in a cluster.
Yeah.
And if you've got adult couples or a retreat like
Love that, yeah.
you could couple out or be in a condo building where you have 14 condos. So there are really a lot of options, or the big house.
That is such a creative way too, because I think what you could do with that, for those of you that do couples retreats, or co-ed, or however you've got mixed genders and facilities, you could do these cottages and then also just rent a bigger house for the community gathering. And so that way, you're kind of pulling everything together. Another thing that I love is it's so easy to work with your team. If I email or call and say, hey, do you know of anybody who can come teach a private yoga class, or they even recommended, because we were going to get rained out for something, and they recommended this in-house cocktail thing. Like these people would come to your house and teach you how to make home craft. Like they're so creative, and they're like, well, I'll find out. Let me get back to you. We'll get right back to you. They want to make sure whatever your goal is, and they knew I was hosting a retreat. So whatever the goal is, hosting a retreat, bringing your family, having a couples trip, a business gathering, whatever it is, they want to make sure that you have what you need.
Thank
That
you.
is amazing.
Yes, we work on that, and we do have a great team that is their goal.
Yeah.
How can they enrich your stay?
Yeah, they were great because there was times I needed something shipped there, and they gave me the exact instructions, and then they called me, hey, your shipment is here if you want to come pick it up. And, that's not something that you would typically get on any kind of beach rental. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get that type of service, and there's always somebody available. We didn't have anything go wrong at any of our rentals, but if there is, there's
We have a 24-hour.
yeah. So, and that's important because unfortunately, a lot of hosts, they will go rent something off of Airbnb or VRBO, and one, that's not legal. You should not be doing that. But also, 2, you have no support if something goes wrong. If a toilet goes out, the AC goes out, you have a rat problem, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, which none of those things, by the way, are a problem at Cinnamon Shore, but not
Just
even
for clarity.
Just for clarity. But if you do, because you've rented some other beach home off of some website, third-party website, you are so up shit creek.
Well,
And
I think that goes to your point, though. Oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to. One of the guests that I interrupt you, so I
no,
don't do that.
you're good.
Is
That's funny.
There was a comment.
No, that's funny.
I
He's
love
saying
it.
because somebody was on Spotify, somebody left a comment about how my husband keeps interrupting me on my own show.
which, by the way, I don't see. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
I don't know
He definitely
where they
does.
make this
I
stuff
think
up.
you're adding to the conversation.
I try
There
to.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
like
agree.
color, just bring a little color to the conversation. But it's even to your point. Like you and I were talking on the way here about your events. You do them all over the world, and one of the things you've learned moving forward is you only do events that have support staff at them.
Yeah.
Because there's always a need of something small, medium, or
Yeah.
large. Whether you have a problem or not, you won't do them anymore.
Yeah, it's just the security of knowing we
Yeah.
have that. So if something does go wrong, and look, it easily could, just because.
It's a house.
It's a
or
house.
It's a property. It could.
Yeah,
And-
it absolutely could. A door could be stuck, something simple even, and it's just the comfort and the security as a person who's holding space for women to know that I can easily pick up the phone and they're going to unclog a toilet or fix a door or whatever it is. And I know that sounds really small to those who maybe have not hosted yet and are thinking about hosting. These are big things in the moment, you know. In the moment, you need to be concentrating on what you're teaching, your workshops or the yoga session or the next meal or whatever that is. And you can't be worried about, oh, did that guest's door get fixed or did that guest's toilet get unclogged or whatever may be the case. And just knowing that it's not even an issue. It's not an issue. You know, I love that. One of the other things I thought about too with this community is you almost can even build a relationship with the home. You don't necessarily build it with a homeowner, but with a home. And what I mean by that is like the house that I booked for my retreat, I've already emailed the office to book again. Like I want that same exact house, and I'll probably get the second one as well. And so they're working on it now because I booked so far in advance, and the system doesn't normally do that, but they're going to work it out so that they can do that for me. Again, that's customer service to I don't know what degree. And like you get to know and build these relationships with the staff and with the home that you choose or the location that you choose. Although don't be afraid of choosing multiple ones because we have rented 30 plus
3? No.
30.
No.
No, I said 30. About
I'm
we've
like,
rented
3?
so
That
many
was
in
1
there,
year.
and there's not one of them that I'd say, oh, I wouldn't do that one again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think every house we've rented, and we've gone in so many different group sizes. You know, you and me go in, then we went with another couple, and that was a lot of rooms. And then now we bring our grandkids and our kids, and they fly in.
Yeah, we're renting a giant house this summer.
Yeah, and it's but everyone from the me and the girls had a condo. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So in fact, we had the same condo you and I rented the first time,
which is so strange that happened. That is so.
Yeah, we had the exact same condo from the first time Shannon and I went by ourselves.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
that's why guests keep coming back.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful place.
Yeah. I couldn't say that even better. What other things do you feel like are important for people to know about Cinnamon Shore?
I do want to tout that in 2009, we were chosen to build the Southern Living Idea House. I mean, we were chosen nationally, and we were infants coming out of the ground, but we were chosen to build that in Texas. It was a really big deal. Yeah. And we had 10,000 people came to tour that home.
Oh, my gosh.
And then
Believe it.
in 2015, we were chosen to build the Coastal Living Show Home. That was another huge success. And in 2017, we built the Texas Monthly Show Home. So show homes are something we like to do because it does promote that and elevates our community, lets people get an idea of what we're really doing. Yeah. So July 4th week, we have the Best of Texas. And this will be the second home we've done. It's a Gulf front home under construction right now. Nearing completion because it will be on tour the week of July 4th. Wow. So we're very excited about that. I think the ticket, it's $10 a ticket or something, but that goes to a charity locally. And it will be the best of the best that I would put our builders up against any builders
100%,
nationally.
100%.
They are incredible and built all to windstorm and all the codes that we build to. Yeah. So that's exciting. And then there will be another one over the holidays, over Christmas holidays this year too. So we're spacing them out, but it is really the best.
Oh, shocker.
We're going to have to come.
Let me paint myself surprised.
My husband is laughing.
But I jokingly say.
We want to buy. Our goal is in the next 12 months.
We've been on drip campaign for a couple of years. And thank God you weren't with me in spring break just because there were some beautiful homes. I'm like, oh man, good thing.
Yeah.
Because my wife doesn't have patience. Like when she wants something, she just goes after it.
That's a trait probably
that
we probably share.
Yeah. There's a road in, I think it's south, Leanne, you can confirm. It's called Retreat Road.
Yeah, Retreat Street.
Retreat Street.
Yeah.
And they were building a house there last year. And I remember going, I feel like this is a sign. It's on Retreat Street. And it's a gorgeous home. And so anyway.
Which is funny because we own Retreat Ranch.
Right. So now we can own a house on Retreat Street.
I think we can do something with that.
Thank you.
And we have the Retreat Leaders Playbook.
Yep. Yeah.
And so
come on.
It's a sign.
Literally a sign.
But I hear they're going to build even a prettier one on Retreat Street next year. Now, let's be clear. I'm completely making this up. I'm just trying to find a stall tactic.
Yeah. He doesn't want no stall tactic. He knows.
Listen,
he loves
We'll
it.
keep you informed.
I-
How
That's
about that?
right. We will do that.
I talk to, they're so
No
awesome.
pressure.
They're so helpful people. And there really
No
isn't.
pressure.
Like, it's awesome. I mean, I get pressure from here, but never from but they're awesome. They always let me know when something comes up, and I think it's, I came out and visited your retreat location, and it was just an amazing place for women to join. I mean, I think it's a great place for retreats.
Yeah, Nathan had to come down. My retreat in Cinnamon Shore, we had a medical emergency with one of my team members. So Nathan actually came down. He was such a team player. He actually did not go on a hunting trip and came to help and be our chauffeur because we needed a chauffeur to get to horseback riding. And we
And
actually did a
cleaning
wine tasting at
services.
Sirens Winery. And so he was amazing. But he got the opportunity to talk to these women who were there.
I loved it.
And they were just raving about it. And so funny enough, we just had a retreat at the ranch, and one of the ladies at the ranch was on the Cinnamon Shore retreat last year, and she was just raving about it to every one of the women at my ranch this last weekend. So now they're all like, when are we
is
going to
next one?
Cinnamon Shores? And I'm like, I've got it. It's November 2027. I'll have it up shortly. You guys can jump on the list. And so I'm saying this because it is such a desirable, when you go and it's such a desirable place. I mean, if you step foot on it, you're done. Like that's it. You're done.
Thank you.
And so I'm just putting out my button here for everybody to push that it is worth the try. And I'm also one for retreat leaders. I'm a big believer that you do have to do site visits. So I strongly encourage you to go on their website, pick a small little place just to go stay, because every house you choose is going to be wonderful. So this is one of the few times where I'll tell you, you don't actually have to preview the home, but if you want to get a feel for the community, and what I mean is you might rent a giant home for your retreat, but to go check it out, just rent a small condo. Spend a few days in the community and see how it feels. You'll be done. Like you will be
You'll know it at check-in.
Yeah, you'll know at check-in.
That's right. You'll know it at check-in because they're so awesome at check-in.
Yeah, I don't know what they're blowing through the air because when you walk in, you're like, oh.
It's the secret sauce.
It is.
Yeah.
And then you're going to see the bicycle. It's like, you know what? I wasn't going to ride a bike, but I think I'm going to get a bicycle.
I'm gonna get bikes now.
And they're awesome. And you'll know it at check-in. You'll feel it.
Yeah.
See, I don't have to sell Cinnamon Shore. You're doing that. So thank you.
No, we genuinely, if anybody can't tell, we genuinely love it. And another benefit too, just from a business standpoint, but really for anything, is the accessibility. It's super easy to get there. There's a Corpus Christi airport, but also San Antonio airport and Austin airport are not that far away. So if you can't get, because the Corpus Christi airport is a smaller, more regional airport, but you can get a flight to Dallas or Austin or Houston or any of the major ones, and then just jump on another small flight to Corpus Christi.
San Antonio is
It's
a
right
hop,
there.
skip, and a jump.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
yeah, it's right there. So and I mentioned
And we have a private airport there too for small private planes.
see, I love it. So to me, the accessibility in getting there is really easy.
If you're going to fly a private plane, swing by Horseshoe Bay and pick us up.
Yes,
That's
please.
our private airport. Just swing by, pick us up. We'll hop in the jet with you, and we'll give you a personal
Here you
tour.
go.
The last thing that I'll just touch on is there are two communities. There's Cinnamon Shore North, and then there's Cinnamon Shore South. Talk to me, because Cinnamon Shore North is pretty built. Maybe not all the homes, but they're probably
It's
adding.
about built out.
Yeah.
We still have a few retail pads to build out, but it's coming.
Okay, awesome. I cannot wait. Talk to us about what's coming still, maybe even for North, and then what's coming for South, because I know South has some big stuff coming.
At North, we are looking to build a design center at the entrance across from rentals. So that will pretty much complete Market Street and maybe one other restaurant there. North at South, we are breaking ground right now on our town square. So that will bring in the first big restaurant, and it's a really nice size it's estimated to open by next summer, 27. So in the meantime, we do have the Coastline Grill at the pool, which is they actually have really good pool food.
Very.
And a coffee trailer truck on one of the parks.
Yep.
So it's there from early morning until about 2 in the afternoon. So we're providing some food. Cinnamon Shore North is a mile and a half away. So by golf cart, it's 10 minutes.
Yep.
Or if you're walking it's a great walk to go down and back.
Yeah. Yeah. So we booked in Cinnamon Shore North. And at first I was like, South for our retreat. And at first I was like, maybe I should have booked on North. You know what? It ended up being the perfect space for us. It's quieter. I have a group of ladies. That's where the adult pool is. And all you had to do was literally get in the golf cart, jump on the beach, go down, like you said, 10 minutes, and you could be at the other restaurants and stuff. But we had so much going on at our spot there at the South that we hardly ever, I don't even know if we actually did ever go down to the North.
Well, let's be clear.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, if you're going to walk a mile and a half, beach not a bad place to walk it.
It's not a bad view.
Yeah, it's not a bad view whatsoever.
And with your retreats, we have private chefs we can refer. That is a great experience too, to bring in a chef.
Yep.
It's relaxing. Everybody can still, just be relaxed and talk to each other. So that's something else we can.
Yeah.
That's there and available.
The resources that your team, that Cinnamon Shore and the team has, is invaluable, truly. From whether you are booking a family vacation, a personal vacation, or a retreat, business, wellness, or otherwise, the resources and the support is huge. You're not alone. You're not trying to research alone. And to be honest with you, I recommend that you reach out for that support, because your team is going to know who's reliable, who has been vetted out, who's already been to the community, who knows the community, who understands the community. And I think that's important when you're doing anything like this, is to have that resources and to make sure that it's a good fit. And you guys only recommend the best. We've just booked a photographer for our family vacation in July through your group. And I just feel so comfortable that whomever I'm recommended through the group is going to be good and reliable. And that's important when you're putting together a business plan, is to have that, the resources and the support. So I know Nathan's excited about our family.
Well, I'm excited about you
photography.
coming to lead a retreat, maybe for Cinnamon Shore ladies, our owners and their
would
friends.
love that. Yeah, I would love that. It's one of my favorite things that I do, is hosting retreats.
Her most favorite, spending time with her husband.
Yeah, that's up
He's
there.
I would keep him.
He's
Thank
up
you.
there.
Wow.
He's
Yeah.
up there.
She's
It's day
not
by
telling
day
the
whether or not
truth.
he is
She's
kept.
not telling
but
the truth.
It's up there.
She's not telling the truth.
But it's up there. So, anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
I think you have helped me say it all. I appreciate it. The fact that you've been there so many times, you do know what, I don't have to talk about it, but we are so proud of what we have built on the Texas coast, and given Texans a great place to come to with their families. And for generations, their grandchildren, now my grandchildren are there, and they don't want to go anywhere else. They just want to come to the beach at Cinnamon Shore. Why not?
Yeah. We actually gave our teenagers and then our adult children choices. We actually said, do you want to go on a Disney cruise? Florida. There was like 3 or 4 options, and all of them, hands down, every single one of them said, wait, we're not doing Cinnamon Shore? And I'm like, no. Okay. No, we'll do that. We're doing that.
No, we want to do that.
They're like, we'll get rid of everything else. And if we only had one option at Cinnamon Shore, but no matter what, Cinnamon Shore is our family.
We
that.
used to split our Cinnamon Shore vacation in half.
That's right, Slitterbahn.
And I've been going to Slitterbahn since I was a kid. And it's a wonderful water park. And so she's like, well, maybe we should just stay the whole week in Cinnamon Shore and take out the 2 days we do in Slitterbahn. I'm like, no, none of us kids are going to want to do that. And she goes, girls, what do you want to do? And the girl's like, oh, absolutely.
Just Cinnamon Shore.
Skip the other stuff. Let's just go straight to Cinnamon Shore.
I know. So they gave up a water park, which I know you guys like, oh, water park. Slitterbahn is like one of the biggest water parks in the U.S., right? I mean, it's miles and miles. It's a giant. They were like, nope, skip it. We're just going to Cinnamon Shore. So that if that doesn't be a testament between that and just the
one thing I'll tell you on the retreat thing too, because several of your clients have very high standards.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the one thing at Cinnamon Shore, like even the person with the highest standard of what they expect, like I think you deliver that when you go to that.
Trying to say bougie.
Yeah, sure. That's the word. Yeah, bougie. Where you're like, okay, this is my speed.
Yeah.
And so it's a great impact. It's a great place.
Yeah.
It's what our owners and guests are looking for, but yet it's relaxed and casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, take your shoes off, put your feet in the sand.
Yeah.
But you've got this elevated place, and it's there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bougie and casual. It's cash boozy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm
You
making
made a
words
new
up.
word.
You just made a new
You
word.
know, I leave my boots at home when I go there.
We do that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Leanne, for being a
You.
guest
I've
on the
enjoyed
show.
talking with you both. Maybe next time I'll see you, or we'll plan this next time at the beach.
100%. You will absolutely see us down at the beach. We can't wait.
Good. Me either.
Nice meeting
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Retreat Leaders Podcast. If you love this episode, please make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your retreat besties. Want more support? Grab free resources at theretreatleadersplaybook.com. Until next time, lead boldly, serve deeply, and retreat profitably.